There's one simple habit strategy that's so easy, you'll finally make your habits stick. And it won't even feel like you're trying. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it. It doesn't depend on luck, motivation, or discipline. And it's not like typical habit advice. It taps into key psychological hacks that almost guarantee consistent progress toward any goal you want. After hundreds of hours of research, coaching over 50 people, and using this system myself, I've found a simple strategy that makes habits stick whenever you want. And I'm excited to share it with you right now. Books like Atomic Habits have done an amazing job explaining how habits form, make them obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. But here's the truth. Understanding the science means nothing if you never apply it. That's why so many people struggle. They get inspired, take big action toward their goal, then fall off, and end up right back where they started. You've seen it before. Someone decides to get in shape, hits the gym for 2 weeks, misses a few days, and never goes back. It's not that they don't care. It's that they make the same mistake almost everyone makes. They chase motivation instead of building habits that stick. So let me show you why this is so powerful and a ridiculously simple way to use it so you can finally achieve your goals. Most people want fast results. They chase perfection, thinking if they do everything right, they'll reach their goals in the fewest tries possible. But that's actually the worst way to go about it because it keeps you from acting at all. You don't get reps, and without reps, you don't build skills or experience. Ironically, it's the imperfect reps that lead to faster progress, which is why this is the key to habit building and success. Repetition beats perfection. Habits lead to growth and progress, and repetition, not perfection, builds habits. It's not about getting everything right. It's about showing up enough times to learn and develop. And habits make this automatic. So stop trying to learn everything before starting and start taking consistent action with the skills you have right now, even if they're not good yet. Once you understand this, sticking to habits and improving them gets easier. And that's what leads to the outcomes you actually want. But knowing it won't change anything on its own. You need a simple system to put them into practice. So here are the 4 steps I use to make habits actually stick almost every time. Too many people skip this first crucial step. They say things like, I'd like to start going to the gym, or I want to start a YouTube channel one of these days, or I'm thinking about eating healthier. But here's the truth. Your brain doesn't take want or maybe seriously. It wants to hear a real commitment from you. I am going to start this business. I will wake up early and run 3 times before work this week. Not only in your words, but in your tone, your passion. Not, I'll go to the gym every day this week, but no bullshit, I'm going to the gym every fucking day this week. If anyone were listening, they should feel your conviction because firm commitments create a psychological contract with yourself and they change how you show up. Maybes mean a decision still has to be made. That creates friction, and friction gives you an out. Commitment clears that away. The decision is made. There's nothing else to do but follow through. And that small change makes the biggest difference. Because here's the thing. You won't repeatedly take action if you never fully commit. And repetition leads to progress, which leads to your goal. So before you even worry about systems or tracking, make a decision. Commit. That one step gives you the energy, motivation, and clarity to build your habit. But this next trick makes it so easy to stick with that you need to be careful not to sleep on it. Most people pick habits that are too advanced for where they're starting, and that sets them up to fail. For example, if you want to submit 5 resumes per day, but haven't job hunted in years, you'll fail fast. Not because you're lazy, but because you don't yet have the skill to succeed. Maybe you still need to figure out what kind of roles to look for. Maybe you don't know how to find good opportunities efficiently. Maybe tailoring each resume takes way more time than you expected. So once you excitedly jump into action, you're completely depleted a week later when you've only submitted 1 application, not 25. At that rate, it feels hopeless, so you give up. But there's a better way. It may not land you a job tomorrow, but it'll get you on track to finding one faster. And it all starts by choosing a habit you can win at today. I call it making success instantly attainable. And it's the second key step to creating habits that stick. So instead of submitting 5 resumes per day, maybe you just find 3 potential job openings each day. Then, once that's easy, add 15 minutes of extra work per day. Instead of locking in what must get done, you're simply promising to move the ball forward for just 15 minutes. After 2 weeks, you have 30 potential opportunities, 2 you've decided to pursue, and an updated resume that's ready to go. That's real progress. And it almost felt too easy. But the best part? You're only getting started. If you keep upping the notch while keeping things from feeling too hard, you'll have dozens of submitted applications before long, which was the real goal anyway. But before we get ahead of ourselves, remember this cardinal rule. Your habit should be so easy you can't fail. You should literally be able to succeed on the first try. When you design habits this way, consistency stops being a struggle. It becomes a given. And since repetition is the key to success, you're already on your way. But there's one more hack that makes this way more powerful. You need to avoid a trap too many people fall into. They set goals like lose 40 pounds, get 5 new clients this month, fix my back pain, grow 1,000 followers. Those work fine as North Stars, but they're terrible for maintaining habits because you can't control the results. They rely on outside factors like timing and algorithms, and they depend on a skill level you might not yet have. So you could stick to your habits perfectly every day and still not achieve your goal. And yes, comparing your results to your North Star can help you learn what works, but those are lousy motivators for consistency. When you keep a habit but fail the goal, you lose motivation, and most people quit. So instead of chasing results you can't control, shift your focus to behaviors you can by setting short-term outcomes you can fully control. Don't aim to lose 10 pounds this month. Aim to cut out nighttime snacking for 30 days. That's 100% within your control, and it guarantees a win. You might even hit your ultimate goal. But if not, you still succeeded. And that's motivating. Instead of giving up, you simply find the next tweak to make. Because that's what progress looks like in the real world. When you fully commit, make your habit stupidly easy, and set a goal you have 100% control over, you build habits that stick and set yourself up to finally achieve your goal. But there's one more thing you can do to multiply your odds of success in just 2 minutes a day. Which leads us to the last trick, accountability. Accountability doesn't create the habit, it protects it. It's the glue that holds it together when motivation fades. Because having someone or something monitor your progress makes you 3 to 5 times more likely to follow through. Don't overcomplicate this. Use a daily tracker, tell a friend and put $100 on the line, or join something like my Goal Smash community, where we share our goals publicly and hold each other to them. Whatever you choose, pick one and stick with it. It takes very little time and drastically improves your odds of success. Alright, we covered a lot, but it's actually simple. Everything starts with one guiding principle. Repetition beats perfection. Then, follow these 4 steps to make your habits stick. 1. Commit like you mean it. Stop saying, I might. Start saying, I'm doing this no matter what. 2. Make success instantly attainable. Lower the bar and set habits so easy you can't fail, even on day 1. 3. Pick outcomes you can fully control. Set a short-term goal focused on doable actions, not the results you hope for. And 4. Add accountability to multiply your odds of success. Because sticking with habits isn't about motivation or discipline. It's about designing the game so you can't lose. Once you master this, consistency stops being something you chase. It becomes who you are. If this helped, you'll probably like my video on mastering your focus. Because once you build the habit of taking action, nothing helps more than getting the most out of each rep.